you like Joey? Do you like the character that...
Yeah, I do. I like him.
Why?
Because I think he's honest. He's a good friend in the sense that he's not manipulative. He shoots from the hip. He sticks up for you. You know, he's that guy. He's the guy's guy. You know what I mean? That he gives advice on certain things, albeit maybe not the best advice, but the best advice he can give, and he does it sincerely. And, you know, he's just a good guy.
But he wasn't always that way.
In the pilot, he's much more of I think, a secondary character, you know, like egomaniac. I didn't buy that that these girls on the show would be friends with him. So I asked if we could make him maybe a little more sensitive, you know, as dumb, but just a little, you know, not like a macho jerk. And they were open to that, and we kind of played around with it, and I think it evolved into something that fits better in the group.
And Matt LeBlanc wasn't always in a hit show.
When you first started and you got the first script, or sort of the first synopsis of what this is about, what did you think? Oh, good show, hit show? I'll try it. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought I had bad experiences. My television experience is similar to Matt Perry's in the sense that we both had a lot of failed shows. And so I didn't really want to do or get involved with another half-hour show. I wanted, if I was going to be in television, to maybe try and get onto a drama, a one-hour drama. My agent said, you should read this, it's really good, it's the right people involved. So I read it, and I was like, well, you know what, this is really funny. And I went in, and I came in and I read a bunch of times for it, and I ended up with it.
And more on those friends now, the cast and the writers who knit the characters together.
The part that people don't really hear about is that we do really take the work very seriously. You know, we try new things, and the writers are always around, and if something's not working, they're very quick to change it, and they're so inventive, and, you know I'm working with 5 people who are so creative and just...
Excuse me!
The characters evolving, the cast changed forever.
We try and keep in mind that it's just this little small show that we all work really hard on. And we come to work, and we're in this building all day, and it's just the 6 of us and the writers, and and the crew and everybody. And we try not to think about it as this big, huge, successful show, because that's a little intimidating.
Kate, do you even like me?
Of course I do.
Well, so how come you blew me off? You know, how come you were with him?
I don't know. Just do this. I always have to pick, like, the smartest guy or the most talented guy. Why can't I just pick someone like you?
Thanks.
I just heard you say someday this will all come to an end.
Yeah, I mean, all good things come to an end. It's inevitable. It will, like all shows.
You think about that?
There's a beginning. Yeah.
You worry about it?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's such a great thing that, you know, when I think about the end and when we were, you know, one day when we're on our last episode, it's not gonna be the greatest day of my life. I mean, you know, because, I don't know, we've all enjoyed the success together, and we've all taken it from a pilot and into what it's become, and, you know, we've all sort of shared the joy along the way. And we've all grown really close because of that.
The cast, friends on and off the set, we're told, and each of them realizing the enormity of their success in different ways.
I'm gonna put this can right here in case you have to hurl.
I guess that when it really hit me was when I saw the Rolling Stone cover that we did. It was just like, wow. It was like really vibrant and full of energy and full of life, and everyone was talking about it. And that wasn't right at the very beginning, because I don't know, the way I like to think of the show is that it's a little small intimate show that the 6 of us and the writers and producers and the crew, and I mean, you know, as little as a show can be, there's a lot of people involved in a television show, but this little intimate show about 6 friends who just sort of support one another and help one another and advise one another, and that's what our show is, and we try to make it the best we can.
What then do you think when you read the newspapers or the tabloids or the gossip that goes around the show? You say to each other, who are they talking about?
Well, we sort of just, support one another and say, oh, well, don't worry about it, or don't do this, don't do that. I remember one time there was a helicopter hovering over my house, shooting video, live video, down at my house, and I was watching it on TV in the house.